Kancolle and Azur Lane. So these are games. These are games that have become popular. One has been popular in Japan, the other has been popular worldwide. And there's this issue between these games. How Azur Lane is supposed to have copied Kancolle, but for some reason it's doing better than the original. So I want to tackle that in this rant discussion thing. I know I've run out of voice, but come on, bear with me. So anyway, I'm going to talk about why Azur Lane is basically dominating Kancolle, and why Kancolle isn't really doing anything against this. So anyway, before I continue with discussion, let me clarify, I have played both games and I love both games. I am part of the Discord of both Kancolle and Azur Lane. I have waifus in both games, and I have pretty much the same level in Kancolle and Azur Lane as well. So yeah, I like both games. So anyway, I'm going to start with describing the games first before comparing them and then telling them what exactly is the problem. So let's start off with Kancolle first. Now Kancolle, you can't really play this game unless you have a DMM account, and the only way you can get a DMM account is if you were to make an account in the Japanese version, because Kancolle is only available in the Japanese version of DMM. So if you want to make a DMM version, either you make you go to a VPN, go to Japan, and then make an account of the DMM one, and then go back to your previous VPN, and then just play the game. Or you can just go to Japan, make a DMM account, and then play it in Japan. So yeah, it's very Japan specific. You cannot play it outside of Japan unless you have a VPN or you have a Kancolle modifier or something. But even with that, you still need a Japanese account. So if you don't have a Japanese account, you can't play Kancolle. I don't know why they do that. It's just how it works. So anyway, that's pretty much Kancolle, and this is the loading screen for Kancolle. And it's been taking so long. I don't know why it usually takes so long to load, but I guess it's a browser game, so why not? So there we go. We have the start game thingy, and we are introduced to this. Your home screen, I guess, is the same pretty much with every browser game or mobile game. So you start off with this home screen. You're given all these choices. So you can either go to your ship, your dock ship, where you can make ships, or you can modernize ships by using other ships, or you can actually finish quests as well. And then in order to finish those quests, you need to do a certain thing in order to complete that quest. And usually the rewards aren't really that well, but I can say the same for Azur Lane anyway. So yeah, it's so-so. The rewards you get for quests are so-so. Now the main story is okay. So the main story starts out in Leyte. Yes, in the Philippines. Kantai collection starts off in the Philippines. It's set in the Philippines. Can you believe that? So anyway, it's set in Leyte, and they're supposed to fight all of this dark ship thing. The kanji for it is kind of hard to read. So anyway, they fight this dark ship thing, and they try to liberate the seas, and yeah, that's pretty much it. They try to liberate the seas with these monsters. So anyway, the gameplay is kind of difficult. It's not really like those control games. You don't get to control the game. The only way you can play the game is through statistics. Yeah, statistics. You know what that means? It means you have to use a formula and make sure that the given you're given numbers, or you're given what do you call this? Anyway, you have to use a formula in order for you to finish the game or to finish a level. Yeah, I'm not making this up. You need to know statistics. You need to know mathematics to play this game. So, anyway, now you got the statistics going. It's time for you to play the game. Wherein you wait until you actually win or you don't. It's pretty random. I don't know why. So the only way you can actually guarantee you win is, again, through statistics. Yes, Kancolle is actually a math-based game. I'm not even kidding with that one. Go to the Wikia and then try to search about the nodes of every stage, and you'll see a formula. There is a formula. So yes, Kancolle is a math game. So I don't know why it became so popular, but I guess Japanese people like math. I don't like math. I don't see how that connects. So anyway, that's the gameplay. So basically, you try to reach all the nodes, and then try to get to the boss level. And then if you're lucky, you can get a super rare card, a super rare card, or an ultra rare card. It doesn't really matter. So anyway, that's pretty much the gameplay. Then of course you can do the extras as well. And unlike Azur Lane, in Kancolle, you have to refill the bullets or the ammo of your ships. It doesn't happen automatically. You have to give them refills. You have to refill their ammos. In Azur Lane, they have oil, and in Kancolle, they also have oil. And it works the same way, but for some reason, you still need to refill your ships. It doesn't really make any sense. The repair thing, it's the same thing as well. It's about the luck thing. So if you have good luck, then maybe you can get a super rare card. But again, you need to tweak some things. It's not really random. Again, it's statistics. This game is just full on statistics. If you want to make a ship, you have to modify its oil capacity, its gas capacity, its the metal that you'll have to use, and the bullets that the ship can carry. Now, all of this you need to tweak in order for you to get a new ship. But again, even if you do have the correct formula, you still need to think about, like, there's this chance thing. So it's like a gacha game, really. It doesn't really work that well, I guess. And I guess I've said everything else. I mean, you can customize the room. You can customize your desktop thingy. But that's it. You can't interact with it, unlike in Azur Lane in the dorms. So yeah, that's a bit of a disadvantage. But one advantage that Kancolle does have is a soundtrack. A very wide soundtrack. It has songs for everything. And I mean everything. You can change songs in your dorms. You can change songs in your planned meeting thing. Yeah, there. So what did I forget? Alright, expedition's also a thing. What else? PvP is also a thing, but you can never win in those things because everyone's like level 190, 100, 200, you know, those high levels. And I've only been playing for like 2 years. So anyway, not a really good idea. So what else can I say? Well, the last thing I can talk about is, I guess, the waifus, the ships. And yes, they're really good. Like, they're really hot. Some of them are really cute. So kudos to the artists with these arts. So far, my waifu in Kancolle, it was Kashima before, but ever since I got Amatsukaze, it's been Amatsukaze, and I don't really like tsundere characters anyway. But for some reason, I liked Amatsukaze. Shimakaze can go fuck herself because I have too many Shimakazes in my ship, and I don't know what to do with them. So another one would be, I guess, Takao, which is better than Atago at this rate, because Atago in Kancolle is like a big sister, and she doesn't even say ara. So yeah, kind of a downer. And Takao is like this. Yes, she's like the serious one as well, but she has that very sensitive side, and she's not that tough looking. She looks like a secretary. So yeah, that's Takao. Who else? I have the strongest ships. My strongest ships are all battleships. So we have Haruna, we have Hiei, we have Hiryu, which is actually an aircraft carrier, but same thing. So it's I can't actually talk about this other than it's just statistics. If you like statistics, then go play it. If you like waifus, then go play it. Oh yeah, and I guess one advantage that Kancolle does have is that the girls strip when they get damaged. So yeah, that's one advantage, I guess. I don't have anything else to say. Let's move on to Azur Lane. So Azur Lane, pretty much the same thing. We have the desktop thing. However, there's so much going on in Azur Lane. Like seriously, you see those the ones on the side? You have those tabs, and those tabs are kind of like mini games or side missions you can do. There's so many things to do in Azur Lane compared to Kancolle. So, oh wait, I forgot to talk about the login bonus. So, if you want to log into Azur Lane, you just need a Twitter account. You don't need a DMM account. You don't have to go to Japan to make a DMM account. You don't have to do something tedious as that. You just need Twitter, and then log in through Twitter or Facebook. It doesn't really matter. It's easy. It's easy to make an account there. So anyway, there's too many things to do. There's too many side missions, and I like that because it keeps you busy. It doesn't have you do random things and the same things all the time. So yes, there's a lot of events, and there's events in Kancolle as well, but it's not really in your face. Here, it's directed directly at you, so that's good. You get notified when there's an event. I mean, the only time I get notifications for an event in Kancolle is through the Discord server, and that doesn't really help that much. Gameplay is it's like Toho, but very easy Toho. If you haven't played Toho, it's this shooting game where you have to either dodge or shoot bullets and then fight like that, I guess. And unlike Kancolle, you can actually control your ships. You can actually play the game. No statistics. It's just you playing the game. You just try to handle everything on your own. And unlike the node thing in Kancolle, you can move your characters in the map. And finally, because in Kancolle you really can't. It all depends on statistics. Here, you get to strategize on what to do, so that one has an advantage. Next would be so there's daily missions. Now daily missions is different from PvP. It's different from commissions. It's different. There's so many things to do. Like seriously, I want to talk about them one by one, but there's just too many that this video would just take too long, and I'm sick. I can't talk about those things that long. So anyway, let's talk about the side quest thingies. So we have the dorm, we have the cat lodge, we have the city thingy, and then sometimes when events happen, it can be a side mission as well. And then you have the construction of ships, of course, and then you have another segment which is researching of ships, which is a totally different thing again. There's the stock and storage, and then you get items. You don't have to craft items. The items are rewards. Unlike in Kancolle, you have to craft items in order for you to get the items. But for here, you kind of gather them from taking quests. So that one has an advantage again. So the dorm function, it has so many things to offer. You can do a lot of things. You can feed your ships so that they can get more levels. In Kancolle, you can just set them as secretary and then hope for the best, I guess. I guess there's some advantages as well, but it's only for building ships and not really much else. Also, one big advantage that Azur Lane has: collaborations. Azur Lane is so big in collaborations. They've done collaborations on Hyperdimension Neptunia. They've done collaborations on Kizuna Eye, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do so much more in the future. So yeah, they're very open to anything and everything just to keep their name out there. Unlike in Kancolle, it's really just Japan only. And it's very sad. But anyway, waifus of Azur Lane is perfection. So my waifu obviously is Atago, and she has a lot of skins that I can use, and she's hot in any of them. And also she's an Ara girl. I actually married her, same with Prince Yugen, but for Prince Yugen it was just because I wanted to try, I wanted to see what this marriage thing was all about, and apparently it increases your stats 10%. So that was good, I guess. In Kankolle you can also marry a ship, but the problem is if you want to marry a ship you'll have to spend actual money, like real money, in order for you to buy a ring and then put it in her. Like if you really want the ship, you gotta put a ring on her. So there. But again, you have to pay real money, so that sucks. In Azur Lane, rewards like maintenance and stuff, you get rewards for those. In Kankolle, you do not. You do not even have a gift box or a mailbox, none of those. You have to work for it. And it would have been nice, yeah, if you worked for it, but the problem is, you're playing statistics, you're not playing a game. And that sucks. So anyway, that's pretty much what I can say. That's pretty much why Azur Lane's pretty much conquered Kankolle. And another big factor is Azur Lane opened up to global audiences. It opened up to global servers. It had English servers and Japanese servers. And the original was Chinese, so yeah, of course it had Chinese servers, but it had an English server, so it was available for every English-speaking country out there, even non-speaking English country. Also, it's very accessible to anyone. It's a mobile game, so again, it's very accessible. And you could just find it in Google Play, and you'll find it eventually. I guess it's the same with Girls Frontline, I guess. I think the disadvantage that Kankolle has is it just keeps everything to itself. It doesn't really try to go outside of its comfort zone. I mean, yes, they tried to make a console game for the PS Vita. It did not work. It flopped. And now Azur Lane's doing the same, and I don't know if it's gonna work as well. So yeah, it's Azur Lane Crosswave, I think it's the title. So if that goes well, then Kankolle already loses. There's no going back to that. And I think that's the thing. The reason why Kankolle is just going downhill is because it was scared to open up to global audiences when they know full well that's the best strategy when it comes to advertising your games. I mean, if you were to advertise your game on Steam, even better. If you were to advertise it only on PSN Japan, it would be far worse because not everyone would be able to play it. I mean, I can say the same for like Eroge. Eroge is only available in Japan. You can't buy it in the US, and that's why Sony US sucks because they censor some things and they don't even localize some games. So yeah, Sony US sucks. Sony Japan is awesome because it has everything. They don't censor everything. They don't unlocalize everything. Everything's available. Everything's literally just available. It's just that Sony US just really sucks. So anyway, that's why Azur Lane, I think, is doing better than Kankolle. It's able to open up to it's able to get out its comfort zone as, I guess, better waifus that I'm more connected with. And it's more portable, it's more mobile, anyone can just play it. Unlike Kankolle, it's just statistics. And again, I like both games, don't get me wrong, I like both games. It's just a shame that the original kinda sucked and the ripoff is even better than the original. It's a sad thought, but that's life, and if they really want to step it up a notch, they have to open up to global servers. And that's all I have to say. This has been a really long rant, but I hope you guys learned something about your new waifus, and it just started raining now, oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here. I hope you guys like this video, and if you did, leave a like, I'll subscribe down there for more videos like this. As always, this is not the flavor, but just sweet.